Right, it's ready. Oh, good. Continue. Where are we going next? So, I think the recap last time was we left the museum and we got reacquainted with Joey. There he is.
Hey, Joey.
What?
Tell me about a cafe.
Is Spankles seriously the only drink around here?
Yeah, like, where's a guy gotta go to get some high-grade synthetic lubricant around these parts?
I was thinking of bourbon myself.
Bye.
Let's move on.
Lead the way.
So we've completed the bit with we talked. That's it. So we're pretty much done here.
Remember, I get travel sick.
No, you don't.
Please embark now.
I don't know why I pressed that button. I mean, the monopod is here.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
Let's go aspiration
To the aspiration
platform.
Of course, Citizen Graham. Enjoy the view. And don't forget to aspire to aspire.
It's just like the modern world. Welcome to the slowest monopod ride in the world. And here we are at the aspiration thing. How aspirational.
Arana was supposed to be working somewhere around here.
It's an interesting font. I know it. They say it's
My
Art
hope
Deco.
of finding Leet rested on convincing her to grant me the travel waiver.
Finally. What time do you call this?
Well, it's earlier than I
Yes.
might have been. But on the other hand, it's later than I expected.
Yes.
Are you being profound?
He wishes.
I'm sorry. Please ignore my droid. Is there a problem?
Yes, there is. We're in the midst of a disaster. A meltdown. Somehow a bird got in and made a total mess. And the official cleaning team is indisposed. On today of all days. I, P4RT, have been delegated to resolve this issue. For your own well-being, I invite you
I'm
to call me.
responding to someone who's
I
annoying
hereby
me.
subdelegate the task of cleaning this area to you and your droid.
Actually, I'm just here to speak with Officer Orana. Can you tell me where she is?
Officer Arana is occupied in the control room right now, not to be disturbed. In fact, she's even locked the elevator. Not that is any business of a cleaner.
Maybe we can start with cleaning the control room.
The control room demands a top-of-the-range cleaning team. And I very much doubt that rust bucket is up to the job.
Hey, this isn't rust. These are janitorial scars of honor.
He may be old school, but he gets the job done.
Either way, you're going nowhere till this whole area is spotless.
You won't be disappointed. Right, Joey?
Spotless is my middle name, Foster.
You will remember, of course, to uphold all ministry regulations. Cleaners must be uniformed and accompanied by a cleaning droid.
I'm right here, you know.
Yes, and will be expected to be silent. Kindly remember your place. Please return when
you're a
everything is in
jerk.
order.
T was a stickler for the rules. To have any chance of getting that travel waiver for Arana, I would have to play along.
Yeah. Bossy Tin Can. Oh, I see. So yeah, just take away the control from me. I mean, you know, it's what's this?
At the end of the original game, Foster and Joey overthrew the previous totalitarian regime. Foster then left Joey in charge and returned to the Gap, which might not have been the brightest idea. Joey installed a number of ministries to make the people happy. Then he too left the city. Foster now finds himself on the Aspiration platform, part of the Ministry of Aspiration, a location where citizens can look down at the splendor below and aspire to rise in status and live in the lower level. The design of the ministries took inspiration from Maslow's hierarchy of needs and how an AI would try to understand human happiness. So initially, Joey implemented basic needs. The first was the Ministry of Plenty. Before Link was overthrown, there was severe
Well,
food
we're
shortages.
just going to enjoy the rest
Food
of this
quotas
now.
had been slashed for the workers. Management had croutons removed from their salads. Joey gave people plenty to eat, to consume. Now people are given whatever they want, within their kudos level. Then, moving up the pyramid, the Ministry of Comfort. The previous regime was based on the idea of a Soviet communist state. A huge proportion of the population lived in squalor. Joey changed all of this. The water now runs hot, the power doesn't fail. People live comfortably. Then the Ministry of Safety. Freedom from the tyranny of Link. The people
I'm
had been
glad I
afraid,
don't have to
so
move
Joey
my arms
created
at the
a
moment.
huge, powerful
really
security
hurt.
system with
It turns
big
out
guns to protect them.
waving a chainsaw about
Having a
is
population
quite
that was
tiring
comfortable,
work.
healthy, and felt safe, the Ministry of Aspiration was created, encouraging happy behavior, enabling people to achieve their full potential through programs like Kudos, which rewards the good actions of citizens,
Social
and the
credit.
construction of this platform to
Yeah.
celebrate aspiration on this fine Aspiration Day. And finally, the highest level of human need.
Well, this
the
would be a
Ministry of
nice
Wellbeing.
version of our future.
Ensuring happy thoughts. Their social
It's
media always
one which
reflecting
our
their
social
opinions.
credit's not going to allow
And
us
if they
into.
ever feel sad, then they go to the reflection spa to recover, to dream sweet dreams. All of these initiatives, from the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs to the top, must guarantee the utmost happiness for the people of Union City. A wonderful utopia for the happy citizens. At the end of the original...
No, stop. Once is enough. Right, so now we go back to his flat,
Well, where would you like to go?
the home.
Take me to my apartment.
Certainly, Citizen Graham.
Earlier today, I made a cream mocha. So I had some coffee in the fridge.
Oh, you must be grumbling.
Shut up! Stop talking to me. I hate you and your stupid nose and face.
Yes, I am.
So anyway,
Tarquin was
warmed
telling
up
me
the
you
coffee
and
in the
he had
pan
quite a crisis over
and
there.
put a splash of cream in, along with some
Rescuing
drinking
some
chocolate.
poor wee mite from
Lidl's
suffering.
knockoff Nesquik brand.
Well, I suppose.
And yeah, that was a really nice mocha. It was absolutely lovely.
Oh, anyway, just
I wish I'd made more, but then I thought, do I want to be awake all
Sir
day?
Reginald Arthur
all night.
Schnippel requires
Do I get it?
no
So should be looking forward to having more of that tomorrow.
precipitation. What?
Provided that the cream hasn't gone off, because I left it out of the fridge for a few hours. It didn't warm up much and it didn't smell off. Oh, worst case scenario, I'll just mix it with some yogurt and then I'll have creamy yogurt.
Nice floor. Real modest.
It was another image of Joey, just as I remembered him.
Clearly, he'd made his mark. Hey, Joey.
What now, Foster?
Recycle.
We can't get to the recycling plant without a waiver.
Yeah.
You could make your own out of a convoluted series of unconnected logic and ambiguous found objects.
I wonder if that well-being officer might be able to help me.
I'm just completely
idea.
ignoring the
I've been
sarcasm.
saying for years you need to see a shrink.
Let's
Bye.
talk.
Okay, Foster.
No, I already heard what you said, Emmeline Dobson. I wonder if she was the voice of Anita.
Ahem.
Yeah.
Hey, Songbird.
Hello, husband.
Husband,
Graham is my dear husband.
what have you gotten yourself into this time, Foster?
Yeah.
Let's go with it, Joey. We have an arrangement.
Strictly temporary, don't ask.
Where's the Home Crescent Recycling Center?
Recycling? What's that?
It's where you take old things and turn them into new things to avoid waste.
That sounds amazing. Can you recycle me, Foster?
You don't want that. They'd have to melt you down.
Yeah.
Sounds painful.
And a waste of
Your
time.
pain circuits will be activated. Sorry, I'm moving about again. Anyway, boy.
Bye, Songbird.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, excuse me.
Welcome home. Your delivery has been placed in your domicile.
my delivery. Let's have a look. Ah, yes, the new cleaner's uniform. Right, so.
I could make anything look good.
You'll have everything squeaky clean soon, Rob.
Right.
And wearing that, emphasis on the squeaky.
Uh-huh. So, now that's on, that's all I need to do here. I mean, I could talk to people, but I don't want to, because talking's boring and I just like to skip dialogue. So anyway, now that we're down here, see the adverts, they change when you're in proximity to them. You can't go to the aspiration date, but I can. Oh, actually, before we do that, I just remembered there's something I can do. Let me just kick my stupid, useless droid out of the way. Right, so let's get to the terminal. Welcome to Mean Arse. Let's have a look at the kudos history.
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought with all my recent increases in kudos that I'd have had more, but never mind. So, Dave Dingo. Locked. So there's still a few more to get. Right.
Hey, Foster, remember back in the Gap when you made that thing?
What,
Tin
you?
cans all tied together, clunking around in the wind, and you said it was art. This is better.
Excuse me, please?
Get a load of this guy.
Now, let us begin the next sequence, which is hey, where's the monopod?
Apologies. You must gather your droid before venturing further.
Come on, Joey Slowpoke.
Pod has been requested. Please wait for embarkation.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Well, where would you like to go?
The aspiration platform.
The aspiration platform.
Of course, Citizen Graham. Enjoy the view.
No,
And
you
don't
enjoy
forget
my
to
view.
Aspire to aspire.
Ugh. Anyway, mocha, really nice with cream. We'll do it again tomorrow. Yeah. Unless the cream's gone off, in which case, cream yogurt. I'll put some lemon juice with that. Right. You're gonna stop me again.
So I see. Excellent. You have your uniform. Oh, still the same droid, huh? Shame. On second thoughts, your droid does look rather antique. Are you sure it's up to the task?
Ugh.
This thing has a name?
Don't worry. We're thrilled to be here and ready to work hard.
Good. Waiting for you has already set my schedule back. So trust me, I'm thrilled to see you too. I shall be supervising the area preparations, should you require me. Unless
Can I just
there was
like
anything else.
buy?
I have tasks to attend to, as do you.
I'm
Yeah, Rob, get cleaning. Put your back into it.
Can I just
Quiet,
hack
or
out
I'll
the
volunteer you for sewer duty.
vocal, like,
If I was going to get to
it's
Iran,
got a name,
I'd need
vocal
to prove to
processor?
T that Joey and
The
I
speaker.
were up to the task.
I want to destroy the speaker. Yeah, Joey,
Robots again.
look at these fallen leaves.
No more rats.
Joey, would you mind tidying up around here?
Do
We
it
need to
all.
impress that droid if we want permission to speak to Arana.
Excuse me? Do I look like a cleaning droid?
Yeah.
You look exactly like a cleaning droid, Joey.
Oh, I nearly
Yeah,
whoops.
well, appearances are deceptive.
Look, I know you're not a real cleaning droid, just like I'm not the real Graham Grundy.
Oh, so I should pretend to clean up the area?
No, I mean actually clean up the area.
Really, Foster? Must I?
Yes, and look like you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Okay. But you owe me.
No, you owe me. Thanks for getting me out of that prison, which I was trapped in for 10 years.
A powerful spray was drenching the tree and everything around it.
Oi.
Joey,
Stop talking
can
with
you
your
handle all this
girlfriend
cleaning
and
by
do
yourself?
this.
No way. We're supposed to be working together.
We are. I find the mess, you clean the mess.
I'm beginning to question this arrangement.
Question everything, Joey. This place isn't as it seems. Right, whilst you do that, I'm going to have a tin of this.
Wow.
Suck it up, Joey.
Mess.
Joey, could you...
Suck it up.
Yes, clean the whole area up. I get it.
Use your vacuum nozzle on bird poo. That's what it was designed for. Amazing. But we're not done here just yet. Oh no, there is more to do.
You may have noticed that there are many references to sausages in the game, and knackwurst in particular. This was inspired by a knackwurst sausage sandwich that Foster steals from Hobbins
Oh,
at
I
the
didn't
start
know
of the
it was
original
Knackwurst.
game. But in fact, that sandwich was inspired by the sausage and bacon butties that were served in a slot machine arcade below where Revolution had their original office in Hull. I got to know Hull quite well actually, because once a month or so when working on Beneath the Steel Sky, I take the journey from my house up to their offices, and that involved me getting into London on a train and then taking a train from London to Doncaster, and then a kind of cattle truck from Doncaster to Hull. And Charles would meet me and we'd go into the office via the arcade where they made the bacon butties, and Charles would buy me a lovely big doorstep sandwich of beautifully cooked bacon, and after eating that I'd feel ready to do the creative work of the day.
Right. So how do I turn these sprinklers off?
A powerful spray was drenching the tree and everything around it.
That's 100%. I think there must be a sprinkler control around somewhere. Ah, the coast is clear.
I don't think that's going to be taking us anywhere.
Intercom disabled.
I'd have to get her attention another way.
Oh, I see.
It was a hand scanner.
Well, oh, it's sprinkler controls. Yeah. Now we set it to 0%. Hey, why are the sprinklers still on? Is the water on? Yes. Set flow rate to 0. That's all we should need, right? So why the
A
sprinkler?
powerful spray was drenching the tree and everything around it.
Right, where's bitch robot? Wait, there's two of them.
Keep that water away from my circuit board.
What if I set this to 100% both ways? No. That's not what I need. Right, let's talk with her because look, I've done everything now, so... Hey, you!
When it came to cleaning, T had very high standards. Hello there.
Citizen Graham, working hard, I hope?
Cleaning.
So this whole cleaning thing, mind if I put it on hold while I talk to Arana?
Officer Arana is busy with preparations for the gala. She has given specific instructions not to be disturbed.
We'll see about that.
Are you sure that room doesn't need cleaning too?
No way. I'm still waiting to be impressed by your cleaning down here.
Oh.
You mentioned a bird issue?
Can you not see this hideous, horrible mess?
We've actually cleaned...
I will not have those birds fecally sabotaging our glorious aspiration gala.
Dirty
How can they be
sabotage.
stopped?
Our fearless vermin robot will make sure they don't get anywhere near the
So
tree.
clean?
How am I doing?
You want meat? The ground appears...
Does that mean you'll...
And allow some incompetent droid to run riot?
I think he's talking about you, Foss.
Our cleaning skills weren't... I needed something big, something striking.
So, shall I try the...
Some old bunting had been left in the tree. Cleaning that up would surely impress D.
Let's try and lure the bird
Hey,
again.
Feathers! Fancy a mini K?
The gang wouldn't go near the tree with that sprinkler running.
Yeah, well, I turned the sprinklers off. Right, time to consult the walkthrough again. Right, beyond the Steel Scar walkthrough, that's the one. Let's have a look at it. Because there's something I'm missing here. I've set the sprinkler flow rate to 0. So it should just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to turn off now. Not ready for the... No, so question, head back to the talk to that. Examine the dropping. Command Joe to clean them up one by one. Look for the control box by the entrance, open it. Use the hand scanner to disable the sprinkler controls. So if I actually use the hand scanner, it will work. Alright. Let's try it. Now they're off. There again.
Hey, Feathers! Fancy a mini K?
It's like a home for tiny humans.
You what? What do you mean it's a home for tiny humans? But anyway, where's the there it is. Let me just have a look at something. The vermin robe will now attempt to get close to the gang and hover above the disabled sprinklers. Turn the sprinkler controls back on and enjoy the show. Ah, so it's time to cause some chaos. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
avian invasion is a disaster. Look at the mess! Citizen Graham, to work.
Hey, at least the bird's gone, right? That's pretty impressive.
The vermin? The vermin is gone, but behold this. This looks like a war zone.
Very tidy
To
war
work.
zone.
To work! Remember, cleanliness is next to Joey-ness.
Who came up with
Yes,
that stupid...
that's always been my motto.
Shut up, Joey. I made you. I can unmake you.
Joey, could you...
Do
Yes,
it.
yes. Clean the whole area up. I get it.
Yes, slave. Do as I command. For I am evil, Robert Foster. I killed a man and I assumed his identity. I've tormented his grieving widow. And other stuff. Hey, where do you think... Alright, okay. And now I'm going to stand over you as you clean it up. Clean it up, Janny. In fact, you're not Joey anymore. Your name is now Janny. The way you clean is not very logical. On to the next one, Joey. Yes. Clean it up.
Foster, I think I'm starting to get the hang of... Uh-oh. The bunting's tangled in my brushes. My motor. I think my motor is on fire. Foster, I'm too young and talented to die. Help!
Quick, Joey, stop, drop, and... Look, stop and drop. Hurry!
What's going on down there?
It's just a fire.
I thought this platform was supposed to be... Officer Arana, I'm so sorry.
You will
The
be
cleaning unit I was sent
decommissioned.
has proved to be wholly inadequate. The cleaning unit? Hello?
Hello.
Not what I'd had in mind, but my strategy had worked all the same.
Yes,
Now I
my
could
strategy,
ask Arana
which I
about a
figured out
travel
all
waiver.
by myself.
Arana, just the person I wanted to see.
Graham Grundy, what on earth are you doing
Graham
here?
Grundy.
I wanted to ask you about something. So I came down here hoping I'd find you.
And you decided to get my attention by setting fire to this droid?
It worked.
A happy accident.
I'm
Its
sure that
cries
you
of
will clear this
pain
all up
and
in good
anguish
time.
sustain
I'd
me.
better get on with my duties.
Of course. Hey, listen, before you go,
So yeah, I'm going to need to get to the
I was hoping
recycling
you could
centre.
get me access to the recycling center.
Give me a
in the
travel
industrial
waiver,
level.
bitch.
Area code E1594.
So that's what you were asking about earlier. I'm afraid that's
No, it's not a death scene interdimensional lizard. Joey's just suffering.
Do you think you could authorize one for me?
Why would you
I
want to go
programmed
for there?
him to receive
It isn't
pain.
safe for civilians.
It's about the missing child I told you about. I've been following some clues, and
Shouldn't that be reported to the appropriate ministry?
I've tried that, but no one seems to care.
I don't know.
Still can't figure out
This is
why they're
all
kidnapping
very-
children.
You've got to help me, please.
I mean, the bit which I thought it was
Okay.
going to lead to is like,
I'll
oh yeah,
authorise
we
your travel
render them
waiver.
down into a paste and
Be careful.
we got a fusion
Got
reactor
it.
that's powered by the
Thank you,
screams
Aurora.
of the innocent.
There.
That didn't
I should
work.
get back to work. Keep a smile on your face.
So it's just like we kidnap children and then we put them to sleep
I had the waiver.
and then
ID.
they have dreams.
Next stop, Home Crescent Recycling Center.
I'm going to take the Joey board, but all of you are in my way and I hate it.
Don't worry, pal. I've got you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just gotta pull this.
Seeing as you've despawned into the floor. Yep.
The droid shell was on fire. Quite a safety hazard.
But not my problem. Now, is there anything else I need to do here? No. That's it. Right. So, off to the recycling centre. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Welcome, Citizen Graham.
Da,
Where would you
da,
like to
da,
go?
da, 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 da,
Take me to the Home
da.
Crescent Recycling Center.
Shit, no, actually,
Travel waiver.
I changed my
accepted.
mind.
Are you sure you want me to transport you to the industrial level?
No, take me
Yes,
home.
yes, I'm sure.
No one has ever asked me to take them. Mind how you go, Citizen Graham.
Citizen Graham. It's okay, interdimensional, they said. She is one of the good guys. Not really. But, she is. Oh look, Anchor Insurance. Remember them from the first game?
The recycling center was located high in the city's industrial level. The place was filthy, noisy, and smelled terrible.
Right, so back to the apartment.
Well, where would you...
I knew I shouldn't leave until I'd found out where the Bilby tracker was.
Oh, I
Sorry,
see.
Monopod. I think that I'll stay here.
Don't get a
No
choice.
problem, Citizen Graham.
So much of this game's like railroading you. I find it annoying, but hey, what can you do? Just play it the way they intended it to be played.
If I was right about the tracker, then I'd find Lead here somewhere. But what was he doing with Graham in a place like this?
Right, so I go down here.
Some of the trash was marked with the logo of Agio City.
Oh no, the cutscene.
What? Who are you?
Whoa! Hello.
What do you want? You security?
No. I'm looking for a guy called Leet.
Well, you just found him. Leet's the name. Tech's the game. What can I do for you today?
It's about a friend of mine. A guy called Graham. I think you know him. I'm looking for some information.
What sort of information?
The one where I can't
some
skip
pa-
over this
Hello.
dialogue. Oh, I can skip over the
What's up?
dialogue.
You're met.
Aye, my medicinal moonshine. It's over in the other building.
Aye,
Take
aye,
this
aye,
and fill it
aye,
to the
oh,
top.
aye, the new.
Then bring it back
Aye,
here.
aye, the
And
new.
you'll check your records?
I will. You can trust me, pal.
An unspoken...
Right, I certainly can trust you. Or alternatively, I can go, oh. It's now off. Oh, let's put Joey's board into it. Oh, can't.
But then I would have nothing to collect moonshine with.
Well, why is that an option then? Mini in the
I
K.
preferred my pork unpulled.
No, no.
Well, that had thrown a wrench in the works. Or to be more precise, a crowbar.
So now that's there.
The conveyor belt jolted to life, then clunked, and came to an abrupt stop.
Right. Getting this. Just in time.
It was a scrappy security droid with a
Oh,
vicious
shit.
looking stun unit.
Quick, turn on.
The robot was nicely stuck in the crusher. The whole mechanism was toast.
I'll have that.
It was my crowbar.
Pick it up.
How's your head?
'Tis but a scratch. This is your fault. I'll do you for that.
Yes.
You're trapped in an industrial crusher.
Is he the Black Knight?
No, you're defective.
I had to admire the droid's spirit.
You're missing both your arms. I can still kick you. Nah, that's not going on now. Hey, I'll just be having that.
I wouldn't touch that, pal. Not if you know what's good for you.
I know what plastic explosive is.
A model unicorn had been made out of plasticine.
Except it's not plasticine.
It was a rubber fish.
This
Such
section
a
takes Foster
slow
back to the
jog.
industrial level of Union City, an area that players of the original may recognize.
Yeah.
Those players might remember starting here when Foster escaped from a helicopter crash and took refuge in a pipe factory, with the question, why me? Which is only answered right at the end of the game in a final twist. Something that we echo in this game.
Echo.
We were all looking forward to seeing what came out of this section. We knew its position and role within the story, and the criteria it needed to meet. But when it came to puzzle and character design, this area felt like an opportunity to get a little creative with some of the more bizarre personalities of Beyond a Steel Sky. Whilst Jimmy was a joy to write and develop, I was personally quite pleased with how Leech's security droid turned out. From a puzzle perspective, the droid had existed from the very beginning as a blocker to the player reaching the furnace. However, it wasn't until later down the line that Ross and I started to look at how we could squeeze some more character into the game. It seemed almost wasteful to not make the most of having a rich and quirky sci-fi world in which even toasters couldn't have a voice. To give this droid a personality, we looked at what it needed to achieve. Joey, of course, would need to inhabit this shell later, and with it gain a new layer of confidence and brawn. The idea of a devout Christian crusader that wouldn't surrender under any circumstance seemed to really fit, and we could foresee a great opportunity for the voice acting to carry it home. I think it's rather evident that Monty Python's Black Knight was somewhat reincarnated in our crusty crusader.
Right, so... Now, back to the game. I'm going to try and look at all the movie posters in this because, of course, it rewards you for doing so.
At one point, we planned to have Foster return to the pipe factory. The original pipe factory was inspired by a story from the time about a local company called Forge Masters that was caught producing what they claimed were pipes for the dictator of Iraq, Saddam Hussein. And it turned out that actually, far from being pipes, they were elements of a supergun that could be screwed together and was going to be used for firing missiles at Israel. Obviously, once the news broke, there was a terrible scandal, and those pipes were not sent to Iraq, thankfully. But yes, that is the basis and the inspiration for the original pipe factory.
I see. Right. That was very exciting. I'm glad we learnt about that. So anyway, I climb this ladder and I go up here, and now that I'm up here, I don't know what I'm doing.
The old sign was an anchor held by a hastily fastened cable. It had seen better days.
The anchor is a nod to one of the characters in the original game, the insurance broker William Anchor. Back in the 1980s, the cult of the yuppie emerged. Young, upwardly mobile professional people who talked endlessly about how rich they were and other dull things. William Anchor encapsulated yuppiness in all its horror. His insurance policy was intended to protect humans against the threat of a rogue AI, actually highly prescient given the story of Beyond a Steel Sky, although we only realised this retrospectively. Whilst the character of William Anchor doesn't appear in the game, his emblem lives on, and, as before, you find yourself cutting it down.
Except I don't have the means to cut it down, because apparently, whatever. Let's just climb the ladder.
It was some sort of fuse box or switchboard. The box was corroded and wouldn't open.
Oh, it just needs a little bit of elbow grease. Oh, I've switched something off. Don't want to turn... Oh, actually, I do want to turn the valve. Come on, put your back into it.
The wheel was long since broken. I couldn't turn the valve off this way.
Cool, I got a valve wheel. Don't remember picking that up last time. Now I'm here. Why would you have your heavy industry and... maybe I should just give up trying to figure this place out. Let's get him his bottle of moonshine.
The valve controlled the flow of gas to the furnace below.
Do-do-do. You know, I think it's kind of sad that all these walkways exist, but never get used.
I was struck by a wave of heat and burnt plastic. A blazing furnace lit the room, fed by a series of pipes leading into the roof.
Oh, there's dialogue there. Right, let's go and listen to the director's commentary. Yes. Come on, examine it, dickhead.
The gas that had been flowing through the pipes was clearly powering the furnace.
The first game, Beneath the Steel Sky, started with Foster escaping into a pipe factory on the industrial level. So in the new game, Beyond the Steel Sky, we wanted to return to that level so that the player would have a feeling of familiarity and it would connect back for those who had played the first game. The way we used to work back in the days of Beneath the Steel Sky sounds rather primitive nowadays. I talked to Charles and the guys at Revolution, and we'd come up with what was required in the particular screens, in the particular areas that the game was taking place in. And I would draw the whole thing out in pencil, just on typing paper, and I'd fax it up to Charles and his team, and they'd make their comments and any changes they wanted, and I'd then come up with eventually a final version. Then this final version would be sent to a guy called Les Pace, who was an animation artist. He specialised in painted backgrounds for drawn animation, cell animation, and he gave it all the texture and the lighting and everything that really brought it to life.
The main ingredient of Leet's moonshine appeared to be spankles.
He's making Mountain Dew Monster Mead. Can I get back this way?
One of the advantages of using an inertial tracking system for motion capture rather than a visual system is that it's easier to bring props into the scene and capture as normal. A visual system is probably the kind of
we'll have to
mocap
listen to
setup
that some other time. I can't be bothered to do it now. Begin the unnecessarily slow jog back to Leet.
was a rubber fish. Hi there, Leet.
Oh, sorry. I was away with the fairies there.
Uh-huh.
Any progress with my moonshine?
Yes.
You're in luck. I've got it right here.
I knew that old security droid wasn't up to much.
Blah,
He
blah,
won't
blah.
be bothering you anymore.
Blah, blah, blah.
Good man. Now give me that bottle.
What, the bottle which I placed on the table?
So, what do you want to know?
I'm having some issues with my U-chip. Can you help?
Let's just do that.
You bet. It's what I do.
Well, there's a weird security flag on Graham's ID. Maybe that's why I can't access his messages.
Oh?
And every time someone scans my U-chip, they notice the error. A mentor from the Ministry of Well-Being is investigating it right now.
You what? And you came here? You know they can track those things, right?
Yeah.
I, guess.
We need to get that flag removed immediately. This could bring down my entire operation.
Right. What do you need me to do?
Quick, get your hand on my workbench, now.
I don't wanna. Oh, I've got no choice. Alright. In it goes.
Why is it so tight?
To stop you getting away, you idiot.
What's the cleaver for?
What do you think? One more U-chip for my trade, and 2 more thumbs for my collection. Now hold still, while I focus on your wee digits.
I had to think fast. There had to be something within reach that I could use.
I've got a wee sack of U-chips.
So just
I
smash
smashed the
the
bottle
over
over the guy's head.
Idiots! Nobody's ever got the best of Jimmy the Thumbs. Until now.
So, you aren't Leet then?
I never said I was.
You did? You liar.
Yes, you did. You maniac.
Everyone's got to have a hobby.
My hobby involves throwing you into the furnace.
They call me Jimmy the Thumbs,
I'm
pal.
evil,
Not
Robert
Jimmy
Foster.
the philatelist.
Thumbs? That's what you're after?
And the U-chips. But mostly the thumbs.
What do you even do with them?
Stick them up my bum.
I like the approval they give me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're crazy. Now, tell me where to find Leet. The real Leet.
He's hiding out. In a place too hot for the likes of you.
Yeah, he's in the
Let's call it
furnace.
the Hellfire Club.
So I'm going to use
Save
that
your
plastic
riddles,
explosive on your desk to blow open the gas valve, so that the furnace doesn't exist
With
anymore.
that, Jimmy passed out. Looked like I'd have to find the real Leet on my own.
What do you mean Jimmy passed out? No, take the cleaver and take his thumbs.
I wasn't going to get anything more out of Jimmy for a while.
Jump on his chest.
He'd passed out, which was probably for the best. Time to find the real Leet.
No, time to chop his thumbs off. Why don't you give me the option? Maybe I'll put some of this plastic explosive in
There was
his
a
bum.
strange smell of almonds. I realized what the unicorn was made out of. Plastic explosive.
Right. So anyway, on to the next bit.
We were all looking forward to seeing what came out of this
Oh,
section.
we've heard this bit already.
We knew its position and role within the story, and the criteria it needed to meet. But when it came to puzzle and character design, this area...
Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, up here we go. Now the light switch is off.
The valve controlled the flow of gas to the furnace below.
Ah. These lights do anything? No, it's not the lights. What? I need to use one of the light sockets. I know that. So let's just have a look. So we've done the looking at the thing. Use the crowbar to open light switch panel and turn off the lights. Examine the rusty anchor insurance sign for below and attempt to turn the gas control valve underneath it. The valve wheel comes off. Now climb the ladder and go to the insurance sign. Cut the tether using the cleaver. Oh, I see. Aye, the cleaver, aye. So, let's go up and knock off the anchor sign, and then... You see, what's the point in having this area if you can't do anything with it? Like, oh, hey, you know, it's just an area, and it's like... Sand, 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 sand. Where's the citadel anyway in all this stuff? Should be the tallest tower around, right? That's not a citadel. Is that a citadel? No. Is that thing over there the citadel? I don't know. Is that it? There should be one with like, oh, it's way up here and like it's taller than the rest. That's definitely the citadel. But no, it's not there. So anyway, climb the ladder. And then once I get all the way to the top, I'm just going to take time to admire the view. So, can't see anything there. Is that tall one in the distance? That one obscured by the head, is that the citadel? No. Sand, sand, sand. Sand, sand, sand. Anyway, this isn't chopping down an anchor sign.
The old sign was an anchor held by a hastily fastened cable. It had seen better days.
So we'll go ahead and use a cleaver. Yeah. Alright. Down you go. Now, on to the next bit. Down we go. And, now...
The pipe had been cracked by the falling anchor. Gas was leaking out.
In addition to that, we've got broken lights, so inventory and all of the plastic explosive goes in there. All of it. And we get no light bulb. Hey, maybe I can have the anchor.
The sign was no longer a hazard, but the gas sure was.
And onto the light switch. Make sure I'm hidden. Don't want any shrapnel going in my face. Da 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 da. Yeah. All right. Flames.
The gas pipe had been blown off the wall.
Had it now? I'm not saying that. Anyway, point being, it's done. I'm gonna clean up this town. The cleaner uniform's part of the job. They call me the cleaner. So, back into the furnace this time.
The flames had died down, but the smell of burning waste still filled the air.
Yummy, yummy burning waste. Down we go. And then on to the next bit.
Behind the furnace, I could now see a ladder leading up to a room.
Oh, look at that. Open airlock.
Hello. Leet?
Leet!
Yes, child. Bring me to Leeds.
Huh? Hey, kid. Are you all right?
Leet!
that,
What?
a Sheepman port?
Let me guess.
Keep Jolt's not exactly a good choice of a weapon.
Yeah. Hold your bilby, Poppy. Grown-ups are talking.
I'm going to
Now,
burn it.
you. Why are you pretending to be Graham Grundy? My system flags every U-chip that walks through that door. And you are not Graham.
Correct.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Did you kill him?
Yes.
I just borrowed his ID.
I killed him and assumed his identity.
Okie dokie then. Start talking.
So yeah, missing children.
I'm looking for a boy called Milo. He was kidnapped 2 nights ago.
Puffed
I
eh?
tracked him here, to Union City.
We met your kind
Hey,
in the
Poppy.
Navy.
You know a boy called Milo?
Bilby!
Not Bilby. Milo. Ah, forget it.
Cool. Graham. No. Gil. Leet. Missing children.
How do I know you're really Leet?
Said I was, didn't I?
The last guy I met told me he was Leet, and that didn't end well.
Ah, that'd be Jimmy.
He tried to cut off my thumbs.
Sounds like Jimmy. Deep down, he means well.
He does not. That's a lie. Graham.
Okay, so what's your connection to Graham Grundy?
Graham? Oh, he was just an acquaintance. How do you know about me and him anyway?
Graham's wife mentioned you by name.
She what? And I suppose she told you where to find me?
Yeah.
No, that bit was easy. I just used the tracker.
Whoa! A tracker?
Yes, a toy tracker. In that Bilby.
Bilby!
Songbird's Bilby had somehow ended up in the young girl's hands.
I'm going to burn your toy, child.
You amateur!
Sounds like he was more than just an acquaintance.
All right, I did know him.
Excuse
I'm the
me.
genius who put the masked demon and the data blocker on his ID.
I did
I
the
took in
blocker.
the girl when he brought her to me when I knew I shouldn't have.
Aye, you shouldn't have.
Her name's Poppy. She's a gaplander.
Aye.
Bilby toy tracker. Stupid, soft-hearted, stupid Graham.
So anyway, Shriebenport.
Why all this attention on my Shriebman port?
Because, man, it's a Shreebman port. Do you have any idea how rare that is?
What,
Still
they're
regret
not-
having mine out. See?
They're
You
not
said you put
bothering
a
with
data
those
blocker
anymore?
on Graham's ID.
Yes. But a fat lot of good it does when you tell everybody about me. Hey, Graham?
Why
Yeah.
did Graham want his own data blocked?
Hell if I know. I run a tech service, not a chat show. He
Aye.
wanted 2 things from me. First was something to
Disgusting.
hide his own data from. Prying eyes.
Don't want to hear about
The
it.
second thing?
A way out of the city. Just for a day. Being an absolute bleeding genius, I'm on it.
Okay, so if I want...
Yes.
Can you remove...
Oh, Graham's little disappearing. A whole new level of security. I can't get... Basically, I'm saying, my
Right,
loss is
so,
out,
link
and it's
space.
You rem...
Yes, finally. I was... That which...
Skip dialogue.
Is that a link chair?
It...
Skip dialogue, skip dialogue, skip dialogue. I'm bored with dialogue.
I...
Blah, 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 blah. So, before I sit in the chair, let's make sure there's anything else that I need to do. Enter the furnace room with the flames out the way, take the ladder behind the furnace, make the real elite and have a chat with him. So,
It's on this first visit to the recycling plant that we want the player to start to feel really uneasy about what's going on in the city, and particularly to feel concerned about Milo's jeopardy. We designed the section and wrote the exchange with Lead, but it still wasn't dramatic enough. We experimented with having Milo appear in broadcasts, but the timeline wasn't convincing. There simply wouldn't have been enough time since he was snatched from his village. So our solution was to add a runaway girl, Poppy, who demonstrates what would happen to a child that goes through memory augmentation. And so, what
Memory
will happen to Milo
augmentation.
unless Foster finds him before it's too late?
Are
Poppy.
you okay?
Bilby!
Yes, that's a Bilby, all right.
Missing children.
Kidnapped from the Gap.
Bilby!
Yes, that's a Bilby, all right.
Leeds.
Is Leet taking good care of you?
Bilby!
Yes, that's a Bilby, all
Great.
right.
Bilby.
What's that you got there?
Bilby!
Can I hold your Bilby?
No!
I'm going to burn it.
That Bilby belongs to a friend of mine.
It's no friend of mine.
Bilby!
I'm going to destroy it.
You're really attached to it.
Bilby!
But you see, a very spoiled middle-aged woman from the lower levels wants it back.
Bilby!
You're right. I'm gonna start over. Bye,
Bye.
Poppy.
Right, so, let's see. No, there's nothing really to have a look here.
A scrapped robot that looked past its prime. I could see a few errors in Leet's calculations, but I doubted he'd appreciate me telling him.
More junk. And then, so you know what?
Leet's super terminal was quite a piece of reclaimed tech.
I had a lot of fun designing the characters for the game. I produced literally hundreds and hundreds of designs, and we were able to do it very, very quickly using modern technology, rather than in the days of having to use fax machines and jump on trains and things to be able to talk to each other. And what I would basically do is just rough out many iterations, 10, 12, maybe 20 different ideas as they occur to me, done very quickly, but with the digital equivalent of pencil on paper. I would use a piece of software called Sketchbook Pro, and I draw on screen on a Wacom Cintiq tablet, and then just click send. So as quickly as I could draw them, they would arrive at Revolution's offices, and they'd be able to see just how things were going, and they were able to tell me which ones they liked the best and give me suggestions as to how I could improve the designs. So that really was good fun, and I mean, Leet was a good example of that. I must have done probably 40 different versions of him, all kinds of different clothing and hairstyles and facial hair and posture and degrees of fatness or thinness. And I wanted to, kind of come up with a sort of an enigmatic kind of tech wizard who was visually interesting but didn't fall completely into the cliche of the nerdy programmer. So yeah, he's just one example of the many characters, and I've lost count of how many characters and how many thousands of drawings it must be now. But they were all a lot of fun, and they all became, as it were, friends of mine.
Cool, right. So now save the game, because I am done. I don't want to play anymore. I don't know. Something's just a little bit every day, and then I won't get burnt out with it. And right, that's it. How do I quit? Oh, by pressing quit. There we go. Right. Thanks very much for watching. We'll do this again sometime soon. I'm not saying when exactly, and I won't say at what time, but it will be soon. Until then, stay tuned for